Yusuf Estes, and I'm looking for something. Actually, I'm looking for someone. Is that someone you? I want Dawah partners, and you can be my Dawah partner right now. It's real easy. Just go to dawahpartners.com, sign up, and join me. There are 3 things that I would like for you to be able to do. Any one of them or all of them. Beautiful. Number 1, you will make dua. So you can be our Dawah partner, even if you don't go to the website, but I hope you do. Number 2, share. Share this message and let other people know about becoming Dawah partners. And number 3, help us financially. Donate on a monthly basis, even if it's small. Allah loves the thing that you do regularly, even if it's small, more than the thing that you do that's really big, but you only do it once. Join me as a Dawah partner. Do it now. Click, 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 click.
A way of life, a way of life, a way of life, a way of life. Islam is a way of life, a complete way.
And we're coming to you almost live all the way from our studios right here in Southern California. Yeah. And tonight is Doctor's Night. We're going to be having something about how to build our immune system, maintain our immune system, and then why that is so important to all of us right now. An immune system, and to help us do that is a real medical doctor all the way from St. Louis, Mo. Yes, and here he is right now. No, he's not. He's busy. Okay. Alhamdulillah for everything. Okay. There he is. Okay. Assalamu alaikum. There's Dr. Sultan. Assalamu alaikum, Dr. Sultan.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Never busy for you.
Okay, it's freezing up again. Your broadcast is freezing like that. So just talk real slow and we'll just see images of you from time to time. Okay. Assalamu alaikum, okay. Doctor. Talk to us about the idea of, first of all, how to get an immune system, a proper immune system.
Yes, that's an excellent question, especially in these days when there is so much immune problems, and as a consequence of that, people are dying from just simple, what used to be, quote unquote, a simple infection like COVID, but now that's the new variant COVID-19, which has become so fatal. And to me, to a great degree, it is the compromise of our immune system with our lifestyle, our environment, our nutrition, and what all these pesticides and chemicals have done to our environment, including our immune system. Therefore, if we want to talk about immune system, there's no pill you can take and, hey, I'm boosting my immune system. Nothing can be done. It has to be up to you to improve your immune system. So how do you do that? That's what we'll talk about. The first aspect is our environment. What we eat, what we breathe, what we come in contact with. We basically need 3 essentials of our environment in order to promote our immune system. And that is Number one, clean air. Number two, clean food. And number three, clean water. Unfortunately, our modern living style has compromised all these three things. We are not having clean air, clean food, and clean water. What do I mean by we're not having clean air? You can see people smoking. You can see so much exhaust fumes, products of combustion. You see paints, varnishes, shellac, and so many other household cleaning products. They all add to the chemical pollution. And when we inhale these things, your body has to detoxify. It's not just that you inhale and just comes out of the in the next breath. It goes, it gets absorbed from the lungs, gets to the liver, where liver has to burn it up or detoxify and excrete in the urine. So all this process takes a lot of our vital nutrients like vitamin C, various minerals, is a mouthful, but a very important detoxification compound in the body called glutathione. So all these things get stressed out. As a result, we develop various nutritional deficiencies. Now, nutrition is very important for function of the immune system. So because of the pollution, we have created a status of nutrition deficiency. Now we need to act on to improve our nutritional status. So you see, these things are interlinked with each other. It is a vicious cycle, one leading to the other. So now I've just given you a little introduction in here. Another part is that all the man-made chemicals, pesticides, insecticides, herbicides, all these things, they have an effect of damaging our immune system and as well as our hormonal system. Your thyroid, your adrenals, your testes, your ovaries, so male hormones, female hormones. That's why we are seeing even younger people as young as 25 having low testosterone and low sperm levels and having infertility problem. In same way, women, younger women, are having a lot of problems with infertility because of all this chemical that will become a perpetual part of our environment. Okay, so let's talk about, from the practical point of view, what we can do to have clean air, clean food, and clean water. First of all, the most important thing is that you or someone else in the house must not be smoking. This especially is critical when you have small children in the house. As a matter of fact, everyone gets affected by secondhand smoke. But I am especially concerned with children because they are small. They get exposed to about the same amount of chemical as adults. Their detoxification system is not as developed. So we see that when the parents smoke in the house, the children get twice more sickness, respiratory infection, ear infection, digestive problems, digestive diarrhea. Number two, they get twice as sick as compared with the house there's no smoking. Number three, they end up with hospitalization twice often than compared to when there's no smoke in the house. And finally, they get twice as more complications as compared with the house no smoking. So number one, I will say, is that there should be no smoking in the house. Number two, the second most important pollutant in the house is all the chemical activity that you have. using like Lysol, Pine Sol, using furniture polish and paints, varnishes, shellac, all these things you use in the house, personal care products, perfumes, fragrances, soaps with perfumes, all these things add to chemical pollution. Therefore, what we need to do is in our cleaning, we should have green products. And we are fortunate now. When I started environmental medicine 50 years ago, there were not that many companies who had green products. But now, so many companies have soaps without perfumes and fragrances. They have shampoos which doesn't have toxic chemicals. They have personal care products, cosmetics, so on and so forth. And also cleaning products. Instead of Lysol, using baking soda, washing soda, and so many other cleaning products, which you can go to health food store and you will find a lot of those things. So that doing these things will help to improve the quality of air at home. The second thing, which is important, is healthy diet. We always talk about healthy diet, healthy. You should eat healthy. But the key question becomes that how do you eat healthy? Well, people say, well, you should have fresh meats, fruits, vegetables, greens. Yes, I agree with that they should have. But at the same time, they should have no additives, preservatives, coloring dyes, canned meats, canned fruits, canned sugar, canned fruits, canned vegetables, because all of them have sugar, bad oils, and other coloring dyes, and so on and so forth. So the best thing, a healthy diet, is when you take the fresh fruits, fresh meats, vegetables, herbs, spices, prepare the food at home. That way you are ensuring that you are getting the best kind of diet, and try to avoid all the commercially prepared foods. There is one very interesting question I ask my patients. They come in, they are sick, and I say, who do you think that has the maximum impact on your health? They invariably say, me. But really, who has the biggest impact on your health? It is your cook. If your cook are you, then you just improve your quality of cooking your food and not having commercial food, but have prepared foods at home. And if your cook is Burger King or McDonald's, God bless you. There was a movie about that how a man ate for a month or for a year, from McDonald's, and how much sickness and problems he got. So that was,
Doctor, maybe I'm wrong, but I remember one particular very good movie about Supersize Me, and it was dealing with the expression supersize this and supersize that, and you would get the extra stuff for a little cheaper and so on. But it wasn't McDonald's. I think that, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was Burger King.
Whatever that was, the point was that it was.
Yeah, but I don't want anybody suing us. Okay. You can say fast food, and you got general, but if you specifically say a particular product, we better be accurate about it. Okay.
Yeah, I take my statement. I take my statement back.
Too late.
Alaikum.
Alaikum salam, rahmatullah. Dr. Ado, nice of you to join. Finally.
Yeah, I had last minute, emergency that just came like 5 minutes before the show.
Okay, if you have a note from your mother, it's okay.
So, do you want to, go ahead with those articles that we discussed yesterday?
Yeah, well, as
Let's
soon
do-
as that, yeah, we have a third point that I'd like for Dr. Sultan to finish on, and then we'll go back to what we said. And go ahead, Dr. Sultan.
All right. So the first point I said was clean air. Then I gave you second point, clean food. And the third point is clean water. What should you drink? I
Talk
asked
about
the
that.
patient.
I really like this subject because I was in the water business for a long time. Well, for
Good.
early in my life, anyway.
Good. So I asked the patient asked me, what should I drink? I said, hey, drink what animals drink. What do they drink? They drink water. And you should be smarter than animals and drink clean water. So therefore, our water for hygienic purposes, preventing disease, it has chlorine in it. So if we filter it out, the chlorine, because the chlorine is a poison, once it's done its job killing the bacteria, then it has no purpose of staying in water. So therefore, we can inexpensively, we can get water filter installed on our under the sink or on top of the sink, and water. I mean, it costs about $70-80 one cartridge. It may cost a couple $100 for the appliance, and $60-70 for the cartridge.
Okay, now, Doctor, you just left me behind because on the little bit, I don't even get a pension. I have only the little amount that they send for Social Security checks. So in my case, and I think a lot of the brothers and sisters watching this around the world are going to say, yeah, well, you said $80, $100, and you're a doctor, okay? But yeah, what can I do if I don't have that money? Maybe I'm living in an apartment, or maybe I'm living, wherever I can, and I want to get good food for my children and for myself. I would like to be healthy, but when you start talking about hundreds of dollars, you just left us all out. And so, is it possible that we can get some water inexpensively somehow?
Yes,
that we can
exactly it is possible. What we used to do before, you take the water and boil it.
Oh, okay, that's a very good idea. When I was with the Boy Scouts, they taught us that if you even come up to a pond of water, you could scoop out a bucket full of that water and then drop a dot of iodine in the water. And then if you didn't have the iodine, you could also build a fire. And then, of course, in California, don't even think fire, because it will backfire and it will be a horrible thing. So in California, we don't say that. We just say boil water on something hot, like on a hot day. I don't know. Anyway, go ahead.
So that would, the chlorine will fume out of it, and you got the clean water. Now, I want to point out one thing very critical in here is that I'm not referring to having distilled water, because distilled water is pure water which has got absolutely no minerals. And minerals are especially trace amount of magnesium and calcium and other trace minerals that are present in are essential for our health, including our cardiovascular health. Those people who drink distilled water, they are more prone to have cardiovascular disease as compared with those who drink tap water.
Okay, Doctor, I'm showing a picture right now of water that's being boiled on the stove, but I've heard you say this before, and this is a gas stove. I've heard you say that the gas stove is a dangerous thing. Could you elaborate on that, or is that did I misunderstand what you said? Or
the phone is ringing.
No.
We have a phone call. We have a phone call. It's exciting. Oh.
Okay, let's take the phone call. Oh, I can't. I can't do it. Oh. Yeah. I didn't get through. Whoever called us just now, please call us back, and we're going to continue with the program. Doctor, you were talking about in one of our previous programs something about the gas stoves. Now, we've got a picture of one that's a gas stove. It's boiling the water here. Is that okay, or is there a problem with that?
Well, if you boil with electricity, that's perfectly okay. But when you use gas stove, especially the kind of houses.
Let's try that again. Let's try it again.
OSH user.
Salam alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
MashaAllah. What is your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Boston, brother.
Okay, what is your name?
Gulnahar Kadir.
MashaAllah. Thank you so much for calling. Do you have a question for the doctor?
Question for the doctors. Yeah, I've been suffering for so long for some, lot of different problems, but doctor can figure out my problem in here in Boston. So I just want to know, I have a lot of pain on my body.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Can you describe the pain, sister?
Doctor been giving me my nerve pain problem, nerve problem medicine, gabapentin, and I've been taking it for several years, and it didn't feel better.
All right. Where is the pain in your body, sister?
It's related to head to toes. Is I can't even walk that good. I'm in the TV guide.
All right.
Yes.
Maybe it might be good for you to talk to the doctor on the phone and after the program. Is that a good idea?
Yes, brother. Yes.
Okay.
And
Can I have your can I have your permission?
I'm so happy because I've been watching your program, and stuff all the time, and my children, everybody love you.
Okay. I'm going to give you the first three numbers, and then you tell me if it's right. 617.
Yes.
Okay. And it ends with 99. Is that right?
No, my number is 6.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I don't want to say your number on the air. I don't want people calling you up. All right. So I'll have Dr. Sultan will call you, inshallah, after we go off the air. Is that okay?
Yes, brother. Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Allah give you longer life so we could stay and see you, inshallah.
Okay. Thank you so much. All right.
Okay, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam rahmatullahi barakatuh. Doctor, if you can help out our sister after we go off the air, I think that would be wonderful. And mashallah. Anybody else would like to call in and tell us what's going on, what we can do to help out? We'll try our best, And for sure, everybody that calls in, we're going to make dua for you. And we're going to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you good health, give you the protection, and also give you the safe way to be closer and closer to Him in this life, and then give you the best place in the next life. Inshallah. Ameen. 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 Thank you so much. All right. Go ahead, Doctor.
Okay. So,
you were talking about gas ranges on the stove, etc. Tell us.
Exactly. The way our houses are built, they're very enclosed, so we don't have good cross ventilation anymore, and therefore when you use the gas stove, all the products of combustion, all the burning products, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, sulfur dioxide, and so on and so forth, they stay there. Although we cannot smell them, but we are inhaling them. And these fumes become an important cause for not only chemical sensitivity, but chemical sensitivity then leads to a lot of physical and mental ailments, including autoimmune diseases like lupus and all the related diseases. Therefore, it is very important, part of the clean air, that you should not have gas stove in the house. I've just as a little bit introduction, or a little bit giving them heads up. If you have gas stove in the house, I will ask you answer these questions, because number one, do you see that various chemical odors bother you, like hairspray, perfume, gasoline, Lysol, pine sol, fragrances, cigarette smoke, gasoline, auto exhaust? If they bother you, that's a part of the chemical sensitivity. And if you have gas stove in the house, that is one of the major factor in perpetuating, in starting and perpetuating chemical sensitivity, which can lead to other chronic diseases like depression, anxiety, OCD, and other brain symptoms. And similarly, physical ailments like fibromyalgia, muscle aches, pains, joint pains, or autoimmune, other autoimmune diseases, and so on and so forth. So therefore, as a part of the healthy environment, it is critical that we should have electrical stove. People ask me, what about the gas heat? That's not a problem, because the products of combustion go out. And what about gas water heater? Yes, the product combustion go out. And gas stove, gas and gas blow dryer is a problem, because it doesn't that much. But other than that, the gas stove is the biggest problem, because all the fumes stay there. So that is my best advice I can give you is please do not have gas stove if you can afford to do that.
Well, there's a problem, doctor. Suppose somebody like me, again, I live in a rent house, and it's a real old. It was built maybe 50 to 60 years ago. I don't know, 50 years ago at least. And it has a gas stove, and I'm not going to put, I don't have the ability to put in electric stove here, so what can I do? Can I open the windows and make it go out the door, or what can I do?
Well, yes, you can do that, but it is not, it practically is about the same thing, whether you open the windows or not, because we don't have that much good cross ventilation. And when I'm talking about sensitizing and sensitivity, even small amount of chemical odors can bother you. So that's a tough thing to see. Then the other factor you have to look in is what is your health and what is your overall health, all your family members. If they have health issues, then one of the things to do is have clean air. It comes down to affording. But on the other hand, if you let me point out one fact which people don't take into consideration. I am looking at your health not just today. I'm looking at your health for the decades to come, number one. And number two, I'm looking at your health expense that you will incur because of, God forbid, you get some of these chronic ailments like fibromyalgia, even fibromyalgia, which can be so much debilitating and requiring so many medications and physical therapy and this and that. And if you, God forbid, you develop autoimmune like lupus, then you have a tremendous amount of expense in your hand. So a small amount of investment in the beginning can be a very, very rewarding. But the problem in here becomes is that people do not pay attention to the prevention. They are concerned with what is going to cost me now, but they are unable to see in future what kind of problems they could get. Therefore, unfortunately, I have to work with the patient, and if you cannot afford it, I have told you what are the potential consequences. Then we take our chances. Everyone doesn't become sick with gastro. Everyone doesn't get chemical sensitivity. Everyone doesn't
what
get.
What about, doctor? I'm going to ask you. I'm going to put a little pressure on you now. What about the Muslims who are watching this right now around the world? Because remember, this is an international broadcast, and we have people watching this in all the countries. Even though they might not call in because it's not a free call to them. But I'll give you an example. Here's one that's in. They actually have the gas bottle right there by the stove, and you can see it right there. And this is how they operate. This is how they make it work. And if they don't have this, I mean, they're considered, in some countries, they're considered very wealthy because they have a stove. They have the ability to cook with gas. And you're telling them get electricity, but maybe they don't even have electricity at their house. What did they do?
You're 100%. You're 100% right. I give you my example. When I had a house in Pakistan, my family, my brother and sister were living. They all had gas stove, and practically everybody in Pakistan I know has gas stove. Even the most wealthy people in Pakistan cannot afford to have electricity. Number one, because it is so expensive, and number two is its supply is intermittent. What they have done, and what I did in my brother's case was, he had rheumatoid arthritis, and so he had to have clean air. So we had built a separate kitchen away from home where the gas stove could be used, and the servants or the maid could cook over there. But the residential part that was clean. So you may very well think about outside kitchen, but in the United States that is difficult. And same way, it is quite difficult for masses in the rest of the world. So that is one reason for a lot of chronic illness. The way I look at is our intelligentsia and our general public is basically living in a furnace with all the fume combustion fumes. But that is unfortunate. That I'm talking about. If your circumstances allow to do it, you do it, because unfortunately the way the social justice system works, especially in the United States, is that the wealthy always have an upper hand as compared with the people who are poor, or even people who are in the middle class, because middle class is being squeezed and the big disparities is coming. Therefore, that's a tough question.
Okay, well, we're going to take a short break, and inshallah, we'll ask everybody to stay tuned and stay guided with
Guide Us TV.
Yeah. Guide Us TV, watched by many, loved by all. New Muslims, young Muslims, born Muslims, non-Muslims, all enjoy it. Guide Us TV, never ads, always free. Let's keep it free, no ads. Support and share, and get guided with Guide Us TV.
Guide Us TV, first Islam channel in U.S.
Thanks to all of you for watching, sharing, and spending your time with us on Guide Us TV. And remember, tell everyone, stay guided. With Guide Us TV. And we are back. I told you it'd be a short break, and it is. So therefore, I think we'll jump right back into our program. Now, we heard about the 3 things that would help us to build our immune system. First is clean living. Yeah, so we talked about how to live clean. And then, let's see, we had clean air, we had clean water, we had clean food. But then we spoke about gas stoves as opposed to electric, and anybody can afford it. That's a good idea. But if you can't afford it, maybe open a window or get a cross draft, maybe blow a fan. But don't blow the gas out, because then it'll blow up. Anyway, okay, Dr. Sultan, thank you so much for that. That was really great.
My great pleasure to bring value to people.
Yes, and don't forget, we're going to call the sister is after the program is wrapped up. And now let's bring the latecomer into the program right now. I'll give him a hard time. Dr. Adel, salam alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I'm trained in Turk. I can handle it.
Well, you got a call already. Look at this. Salam alaikum. Oh, wait a minute. How do you do that? Okay, here we go. Press 1. Salam alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah, mashallah. Brother, you got a question for either Dr. Sultan or for Dr. Adel?
Yes. In regards to gas stoves, I have a friend that's in Egypt, and we've been talking about this for a long time. He actually makes equipment that produces hydrogen. And when you're looking at a gas stove using hydrogen, this is actually better for you health-wise. And could the doctor elaborate on this?
Hydrogen as opposed to natural gas, I guess. We use natural gas, is that right?
Yes, we do use natural gas. That's right.
Okay. Do you know, doctor, anything about hydrogen gas? Is that
well, we know that this is the renewable energy that research is being done, but I'm not really sure if that technology is available for home use to create heat and we'll be able to cook. I don't know. This is news to me. Can you tell me that is this technology available and where do you get it?
Go ahead, brother.
As far as I know from talking with the Egyptian brother, the technology is available. He's looking at designing stoves that will use hydrogen. And when you look at hydrogen itself, that's part of, H2O. That's part of water. So when you make hydrogen, you actually have oxygen left over from this. So it's a gas that's not going to be harmful to people because you don't have these carbons that go in the air.
It is a
I fully agree.
The technology is there to produce it.
All right. We're showing some technology on the screen right now, and I don't know if this is it or not, but it says hydrogen sulfide gas, Parker hydrogen generator. But the price is $13,000, and the other one is a real small one. There's a gas generator for $1,100, and I don't know if I should show it or not, but I guess... let me see if I can find something that doesn't have ads with it. You know, we're not supposed to do ads on our show. Let's see.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I do see there. This is the technology.
We're actually,
Go ahead.
yeah, we're actually looking at ways to do this in a more cost-efficient way, and this is part of the plan that we have. Because one of the things that I was talking to him about is, like, in Canada, as well as I know in the United States, we all love to barbecue. So using even hydrogen in a barbecue, you could do this indoors in the wintertime and it wouldn't be harmful. So, yeah, this is what we're looking at. I've seen the stove that you're showing, and this is what we're talking about.
My question is it available? Do you the company's name? You can give me telephone number. I would love to look at it.
Well,
Yeah, let's
right
don't.
now,
Hold on,
we're
hold on. Before we give any information out, let's do that after the show, because I don't want to promote anything until I know what it is, and even then, I want to be careful to
Yeah.
promote the item and not the company that's trying to sell it. So, okay.
Well, right now we're sort of in the planning stage anyway, and that wasn't the point that I was trying to make. What I was trying to say is ask about, using this instead of, and any company could be producing this, and, if they are, bless them, and, this is more of what I was saying in regards to this, not to promote any company, because we know we don't do this on Guy Does TV.
Yeah. All right. Well, I've got another image that I can put that up, and it's showing the. I think this is the idea. On the one side is a gas flame from natural gas, and on the other side we're seeing the hydrogen. And it says the burning question is. Oh my God! The burning question. Okay, never mind. Woohoo! All right. Thank you so much for
Okay,
calling in.
that's us.
All right. Thank you for that. I'm glad you. I sent you an email today. Did you get it?
No.
Okay.
I haven't checked my emails.
All right.
There's another question, and I've seen this on the news, and it's a little bit troubling because they're saying that people, in regards to the coronavirus and protection from it, they're actually taking medication that is for a horse, and it has to.
No. I get what you're saying, but let's stop it right there, because the way that is being presented is though that this is only for animals, but it has been used for human beings all over the planet for the last, 20 years or something like that. And it's been effective, and it's called ivermectin. And if you say it on the air, then they'll just knock you right off. If you do it on a commercial channel, they will not let you do that, okay? And even some of the social media will tell.
No, what I'm talking about is something that will deworm an animal.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's called ivermectin. Check it out. Look at it. And they used it in Africa. They used it in Africa. Okay, they used it in Africa when they couldn't get the other stuff. Okay, and it was like less than $10 per dose. All right, just the FYI, and it seemed to help, but it didn't have any side effects. Very little side effects. I won't say any, but the reports that we saw indicated that it was a good backup for if you couldn't afford, like some countries, they're not offering. Like here in America, we get it free. And people are saying, I don't want it, it's a conspiracy theory, this and that, and so on. And the reality is that even though you take the black seed, you're using the things that the Prophet ﷺ told us to do, as Islam is telling us very crystal clear to protect ourselves and our families and protect other people. You could be carrying that, and maybe you won't get it, but it means that you still wear the mask so you don't broadcast what you might be carrying. So I'm really fed up with this silliness that I expect this from a non-Muslim. I do, because people that believe in thousands of gods and things like that, okay, that's their deal. But a Muslim who is following Islam, who takes one hadith and twists it around and says this and that, and they ignore all of the rest of the idea, the Quran itself, it being crystal clear with us. So, I think that you have to use your common sense a little bit and then trust your imam. And the imams are saying, hey, do this, okay? So.
Well, exactly. Well, it's like with me. I don't get the flu, but that doesn't mean I don't get a flu shot. I still get the flu shot for the simple reason is I don't want other people around me to get sick.
Oh, well, you know what? We posted something today, and you remind me of something. We posted this on social media, and right away they had to stick a thing about the COVID virus right over it. They didn't want us to even go. But it showed a picture of the Lone Ranger, okay? You remember the Lone Ranger?
Yes, oh yeah.
Okay, it showed a picture of him. He has a mask. But it also had the mask here, a black one like this, and it said vaccinated right on it. And it said the Lone Ranger, if he was alive today, he would be wearing 2 masks. Anyway, we've got Dr. Adil here, and we've only got 14 minutes left in the program. And thank you, brother, so much for calling in. Thank you.
But one point I want to make it clear that is 100% clear is ivermectin is not useful in COVID-19, and it should not be used in COVID-19. That is my understanding, and that's my position right now. I think a lot of people are misguided on that, and this is again part of the fake news. Therefore, I very clearly and vividly again say that there's no proof that it is any effective in COVID-19.
All right. Thank you, doctor, for that. MashaAllah. All right. And now we've got Dr. Adil standing by, ready to jump out right here on the subject. Dr. Adil, Assalamu alaikum rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
I want to make up for the freeze of last night and to make sure that everybody's aware of very important updates. So I'm going to start off in the very lasting few minutes to make sure that everybody's aware of this. We talked yesterday about the importance of swapping or changing our simple salt that we use in the menu, that's sodium chloride, into a salt alternative, which is potassium chloride. And with that switch alone, there will be significant improvement and reduction of high blood pressure, hypertension, incidence of hypertension, strokes, heart disease, and death. So simple intervention with the change of the diet, change from the regular salt into a salt alternative, and that's basically changing from sodium chloride into potassium chloride.
Potassium
chloride. And that's the salt alternative or salt substitute. And that's really have a global impact on saving millions of lives. That could be with this simple intervention could make a huge impact on health of millions of lives.
Is that also called light salt? 50% less sodium?
Yes, salt alternative, basically, or salt substitute. That's the most common nomenclature. And number 2, we talked about the common pesticide that will contribute to global obesity crisis. Basically the pyrophos that's used as a pesticide for fruits and vegetables. It's banned in Canada, and it leads to really slowing down the burning of calories into the brown adipose tissue and promoting obesity. And obesity is the main core disease that's promoting heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, obstructive sleep apnea, chronic pain, and obviously this is something that's serious and bad. And we said yesterday either switch to a totally organic, which doesn't food, which does not have those pesticides. But again, if you can afford it, because the organic food is much more expensive to buy, or just make sure that you have thorough washing of the fruits and vegetables to make sure that you don't have those pesticides in the food that you take. There has been
Organic, you said organic is better, the best thing. If you can afford it, you said organic is good.
That will be much safer to take because it does not have those, pesticides.
Is there such a
there's
thing as USDA or organic, or is there some?
There is a lot of certification on certain organic farms, organic products, and so on. But again, the most limiting factor is the price. One important thing after the FDA got approval of the Pfizer vaccine, that now, getting very soon the third shot, and we have been going multiple reports back and forth that the third shot should be preserved for only those who have immune compromised system. It shouldn't be given to everybody. And then there's talk about the limiting the time interval after the second dose, only to 6 months, and then will be eligible for the third shot to give a booster. Now we're getting into the flu season. The flu season has, surge in all viruses, including the flu virus. But I'm going to talk about the what's been announced by the Pfizer CEO, and that the vaccine-resistant coronavirus variant is likely to emerge. Meaning what? You could take the vaccine, but then it could be some vaccine-resistant coronavirus variant. We know that
You said Pfizer, right? Pfizer.
Yeah, Pfizer is the one that got the approval. Remember, they bought to the biotech with the Turkish couple that developed the mRNA vaccine that the whole world is using right now.
Okay.
It's been bought by Pfizer. So just to give you a heads up, everyone, that there could be very likelihood that there's a vaccine-resistant variant would emerge. And the CEO of Pfizer at the time has said that there will be a shot tailored made for such variant. They could make it within 95 days of its discovery. And the CDC director, Dr. Walensky, said that the virus could be a few mutations away from evolving to basically evade the vaccines. So we're, giving heads up about potential, catch-22 is, here's a new variant and here's a vaccine that may not, be effective. And then the Pfizer CEO said, well, if that's the case, then we're going to develop a new vaccine within 95 days that will be effective. This is obviously a concern and an important factor to really go back to the main issue of really building and strengthening our immune system. Stay away from high-fat diet and fried food that link to sudden cardiac death and heart disease. And now we're approaching the the fall and winter season. There is a good study that shows that the regular flu shot helps those who have survivors of heart attacks, and it prevents and lowered the subsequent heart attack and death. And unfortunately, with the surge of Delta virus, the European Union will going to reimpose travel restrictions on U.S. Travelers amid the rise and COVID cases with the Delta variant. So there's now a lot of moving targets and a lot of new things that everybody should be aware of. And there's also an update study regarding the reassurance of severe COVID complication in kids. This study comes out from UK, from England, and it says basically the outcome after after this, very concerning. It's called the multi-system inflammatory syndrome in children, MIS-C.
MIS-C.
That's a multi-system inflammatory syndrome in children. That they say that they do well after the initial, sick phase and so on. They recover after 1 year and they have a good outcome. So it's a good part of data. But again, this is a moving target for a lot of the fighting the COVID, the complication, the new variants, how to keep up with the new variant that may emerge, and the truth that there's not going to be the answer is developing a new vaccine every 95 days. That's not going to be the long-term solution. The long-term solution would be going back to the basic and strengthening the immune system by good nutrition and good habits, and the supplements we talked about. Black seed is crucial in boosting the immune system, along with ginger, honey, lemon, and exposure to sun and exercise and good nutrition, and stay away from toxins. There is no other way out there except following those guidelines and stick to them, because that's the long-term sustainability.
You said ginger, lemon, honey. Is that all in one drink?
You can mix them, absolutely. With the ginger, you can boil it and then put lemon and honey and black seed. You can put also cinnamon and turmeric. This is a powerful kind of mixture, natural, very effective, very strong immune system booster. Because unless and until there is a good nutrition and good supplements other than vitamin C and zinc and so on, and here we go again. It could be another quote unquote dark winter that we're heading to for the second time, and most of the talk is like we're gonna go through another ride till the next spring. It is what it is. We have to really take the precautions, continue to be vigilant and following strict guidelines with the masking, social distancing, and enhanced sanitation, and also make sure that people follow these simple measures that will enhance their immune system, get rid of all the toxic medications that kill the immune system, if possible, decrease or get rid of steroids if possible, cytotoxic medications, because unless and until we address that issue, there's always going to be people are going to succumb to the coronavirus and other opportunistic infection because of their weakened immune system. It's really a core issue. Unless and until people get it, there's not going to be a really a long-term solution with the vaccines. It's just we're glad that we have it, but we have to address the long-term management of coronavirus and what's coming.
We have a phone call. It's exciting. Oh, answer the phone. Answer the phone. We have a phone call.
All right. Well, guess what? It's we have to wrap it up right now.
It's exciting.
Yeah. I got all of the phones are going off at the same time. With the Don and with the manager telling us get off the air. Okay, so everybody stay tuned because we're 24 hours a day, always broadcasting, always for you, always for the guidance from Allah. So stay tuned and stay guided with
Guide Us TV.
Yusuf Estes, and I'm looking for something. Actually, I'm looking for someone. Is that someone you? I want Dawa partners, and you can be my Dawa partner right now. It's real easy. Just go to dawapartners.com, sign up, and join me. There are 3 things that I would like for you to be able to do. Any one of them or all of them. Beautiful. Number 1, you will make dua. So you can be our Dawa partner, even if you don't go to the website, but I hope you do. Number 2, share. Share this message and let other people know about becoming Dawa partners. And number 3, help us financially. Donate on a monthly basis, even if it's small. Allah loves the thing that you do regularly, even if it's small, more than the thing that you do that's really big, but you only do it once. Join me as a Dawa partner. Do it now. Click, 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 click.